Got some game last night, huh? Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. Good game, yeah. Let's talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, but let's talk about it. Even Grace watched the game last night. And she's been a hockey fan for 2 weeks now, 3 weeks. Learning a lot. And didn't spoil any of the game for me when I watched it on the DVR delay, so that's a good start. So let's talk about last night. First of all, Panarin quietly had 2 assists last night. Another multi-point game. If he has a 1-point game, at least, against Pittsburgh on Friday, he will set the Rangers record for fastest player to 100 points in the New York Rangers career. That's all he needs to do. Pretty amazing. As Dr. Evil said, where do I begin? Where the hell do we begin in this game? I honestly don't know. What should I rip on first? Because giving up a goal in the first 32 seconds. Really? Actually, no. Here's what I want to talk about first. Oh, actually, no. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess the good, the bad, the ugly, right? So you start with the good, go to the bad, then you go to the ugly. Let's go with the good, right? The good is the power play started scoring. Panarin had a 2-point game. Panarin played almost 25 minutes, which is awesome. He needs to be on the ice that much. What else was good? What else is good? We almost were even on faceoffs for the first time this season. We had 50 shots on goal, which is cool. You know, let's just get into the bad. I'm sick of this. All right, we had 19 giveaways. We had 10 blocks. Brendan Lemieux had 2 of them within 10 seconds. We actually did out-hit them, which was nice. Listen, here's the deal, right? That fucking power play, I don't know how many times I got to say this, and I fear for my life that Quinn is going to use the fact that we scored 2 times as an excuse to keep Strome on that power play. For the love of God, why the hell is Ryan Strome still on the top unit? You cannot have 4 righties in the top unit, number 1. Number 2, Buchnevich was arguably our second most valuable player on that power play last season. You can argue 1, 2, 3, Zibanejad, Buchnevich, Panarin. You could put any 3 of them in order. The reason Buchnevich is rated so high in that is because he was one of 2 lefties on that power play last season. His one-timer, his stretch pass, and this, that, and the other thing, he was valuable. Ice time, Gauthier, great game. He played 8.5 minutes. Capo 14 minutes, not bad. Lafreniere, 47 seconds of ice time on the power play. And 14 minutes in total. It's not good. Not good. Especially, I thought he had a damn good game. Yeah. I don't know. Hedl had a great game, played 13 minutes, 25 seconds. I don't understand it. Di Giuseppe had more ice than Gauthier. Blows my friggin' mind. I didn't think he played bad. I thought he had a good game, but, like, come on. Crunch time, yeah. You gonna put out Gauthier or Di Giuseppe? This is my opinion. Jack Johnson played 60 minutes, and, another 16 minutes where I was like, what the fuck is going on? He had 6 hits last game? 5 hits? He had 5 hits. I don't remember a single one of them, to tell you the truth. I think Brendan Smith looks pretty damn good. I would keep Brendan Smith in the lineup and sit fucking Johnson. Please bring back Tony DeAngelo. We missed him yesterday, and it showed. Oh, man, that was a very frustrating game to watch. Because the goals we gave up were so avoidable. Like the breakaway goal. First of all, Jack Hughes, by the way, looked fucking unreal. That kid's breaking out. Capo looks good, but he doesn't look like he's taken that next step yet. This is what I want to say about Capo. Capo shows glimpses of brilliance, but he looks like he's afraid to be near the puck. I don't know why. He just looked afraid of it. And I'm going to guess that probably has something to do with David Quinn benching all his fucking players the second they make one bad play. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's time for David Quinn to leave. Even Grace, again, she's only watched 3 games now. 3 or 4 games now. Even she's saying the coach isn't good. And come on, she just got here. So, I don't know. I'm really, David Quinn's fallen out of favor for me. I think he's an asshole, to tell you the truth. I think, first of all, I think he's a college hockey coach. I don't think he's an NHL coach. Number 2, this is not a guy you want growing your young players because he's putting them in positions to fail. He's not allowing them the opportunities to grow, and he's basically. Look, if you look at, like, successful teams, I cannot believe I'm saying this, successful teams in growing their players offensively, like the Toronto Maple Leafs, as much of an asshole as Mike Babcock was, as much of an asshole as he was, he at the very least allowed Matthews Marner, and Nylander to play their games and be offensive and not be afraid to be offensive. Lafreniere doesn't look like he's getting there yet, but you could see sometimes where he's dumping it instead of carrying it when he might be able to make a nice carry. Same thing with Capo Caco and Julian Gauthier and Keandre Miller. It's almost like they're afraid, and Filipino too. It's like they're afraid to get sat because they know they're always one fucking mistake away from being sat. David Quinn would be the perfect coach if you had a middle-aged hockey team that was cup or bust. Perfect for that. For a growing team where you need to develop your players, I think he's an asshole, and I think he needs to go. And honestly, I don't even think he's that great of a coach. Our penalty kill looks like shit. Our power play looks like shit. 5-on-5, we don't look bad, but the only reason we don't look bad 5-on-5 is because we're a really good 5-on-5 team with the players that we have. The line combinations are just giving me agita, to tell you the truth. I don't understand it. I don't know. I'm glad he put Shesterkin in the third period. That I will say was a pretty good move. Georgiev did not have a strong game. Granted, a breakaway goal, 2 2-on-1 goals. You really can't put too much fault on him, and the other one was a power play goal, whatever. I don't know. I don't understand it. That was a very frustrating game to watch. I'm not going to get into it too much more because I'm going to fucking rip my head off if I do. It just... I don't know. David Quinn's fallen out of favor for me. I kissed his ass the first 2 years, and this year it's really showing. It's too much now. He's putting these young kids in a position to not only fail, but he's not putting them in a spot to succeed either or exceed. I don't understand it. I really don't. Like this is not a hard concept. You know, it's you put your players in a position to succeed and you fucking move on. 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't know. I don't know. I really. It feels weird watching It feels weird watching a Ranger game where these players really don't look like they look like they're afraid to make moves. The only players that don't look like they're fearing for their jobs are Kreider, Zibanejad, and Panarin because you're not going to bench those guys. But it's just like the young guys who should be doing whatever the hell they can to succeed look like they're afraid to try to do that. And first of all, with Jack Johnson being your worst defenseman, how is he the third in minutes or fourth in minutes? Like, how are Lindgren and Keandre behind him? Lindgren was, in my opinion, even though he was a -2, I thought he had a great game yesterday. He played 15 minutes, of course. So, I really don't know. I got nothing left to say. Just comment down below your thoughts, and I'll try to respond to them. I was just very frustrated after the last night's game, especially coming home late from work, having to get up early this morning. Kind of looking forward to watching a good game. We look like shit. At this point, I don't even want to blame the players anymore. I'm going to start blaming the coach because the players look afraid. They look afraid to make a mistake. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens.